Every bad money decision starts the same way: a swipe of a card, a risky investment, or a loan that seemed manageable. One small choice can quickly spiral, making your finances feel like a house on fire. It's a familiar story for many, and it's often the beginning of a journey that tests our resilience. But what if the real story isn't about the mistake itself, but about how we respond? Let's explore how financial resilience can turn setbacks into comebacks. Here's the surprising truth: the people who build lasting wealth aren't the ones who never make mistakes. Instead, they're the ones who survive them. Mistakes are inevitable, but what separates successful individuals is their ability to recover and learn. This mindset is at the heart of financial resilience, and it's a skill anyone can develop. Let's see how history and human nature have shaped this essential trait. Financial resilience is one of humanity's oldest survival skills. Throughout history, merchants lost fortunes, businesses collapsed, and families were forced to start over after disasters and recessions. Money has always been unpredictable, but the difference wasn't avoiding failure, it was learning to recover. This ability to bounce back is what truly builds lasting wealth. Imagine two climbers on a mountain. One carries only enough supplies for a perfect journey, while the other packs extra food, rope, and emergency gear. When a storm arrives, only the prepared climber has a chance of reaching the top. Financial resilience is like that emergency gear. It's what helps you survive unexpected storms in your financial life. Overspending, bad investments, and debt aren't usually caused by mathematics. They're driven by emotion. Excitement whispers, "Buy it now." Fear screams, "Sell everything." Pride insists, "Double down, you'll recover." These emotions can make expensive financial advisors, leading us to choices that hurt our finances. Understanding this emotional influence is key to building resilience. Consider someone who maxes out a credit card, loses money chasing a trend, and feels trapped by debt. Most people think the damage is the debt itself, but the real danger is giving up. When you stop trying to recover, that's when financial trouble becomes permanent. Resilience means refusing to let mistakes define your financial future. Resilient people fight back with simple moves. They stop the financial bleeding, face the numbers without excuses, and build a realistic budget. Creating a small emergency fund, paying off high-interest debt, and rebuilding trust with themselves one decision at a time are all part of the process. Recovery is rarely dramatic, but it's always powerful. Recovery from financial mistakes is rarely dramatic. It's boring: one saved dollar, one paid bill, one smart choice repeated hundreds of times. This slow, steady progress is how fortunes are quietly rebuilt. It's not about big wins, but about consistent, small victories that add up over time. There's a strange law of money: a bad decision can cost you thousands, but a good habit can repay that loss for decades. The greatest investors, entrepreneurs, and everyday savers all share one secret: they understand that financial success isn't about perfection, it's about endurance. Building good habits is the foundation of financial resilience. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone loses money. Everyone wishes they could undo a decision, but your worst financial mistake doesn't have to become your financial identity. The goal isn't to build a life where nothing goes wrong, but to build a life strong enough to survive when it does. This is the essence of financial resilience. Wealth isn't measured by how many times you fall, it's measured by how many times you stand back up. This lesson is at the heart of financial resilience. It's not about avoiding failure, but about enduring and recovering from it. Let's look at how this principle applies to everyday life and financial decisions. Every financial journey is shaped by small choices. Whether it's saving a dollar or paying a bill, these decisions build up over time. The power of compounding habits can turn even the worst setbacks into opportunities for growth. It's the little things that make the biggest difference. Facing your financial reality without excuses is a crucial step. It's easy to ignore the numbers or blame circumstances, but true resilience comes from confronting the facts. This honesty allows you to make informed decisions and start the process of recovery. A realistic budget is the foundation of financial recovery. It helps you track spending, set priorities, and make sure you're living within your means. This simple tool can transform your financial outlook and give you the confidence to move forward. Creating a small emergency fund is a practical way to build resilience. It acts as a safety net, allowing you to handle unexpected expenses without falling into debt. Even a modest fund can make a big difference in your financial stability. Paying off high-interest debt is a powerful step toward recovery. It reduces financial stress and frees up resources for future growth. Tackling debt one payment at a time builds momentum and restores confidence. Rebuilding trust with yourself is essential after a financial setback. Each smart decision, no matter how small, strengthens your confidence and sense of control. Over time, this trust becomes the foundation for lasting financial success. Progress in financial recovery is often quiet and unnoticed. There are no dramatic moments, just steady improvement. This slow and steady approach is what ultimately leads to lasting wealth and stability. Good financial habits can repay losses for decades. Whether it's saving regularly, investing wisely, or spending thoughtfully, these habits create a foundation for long-term success. The impact of consistent behavior is far greater than any single mistake. Financial success isn't about perfection, it's about endurance. The ability to keep going even after setbacks is what separates those who build wealth from those who don't. Endurance is the secret ingredient in every financial comeback. Everyone makes mistakes with money, it's a universal experience and it's nothing to be ashamed of. What matters is how you respond and what you learn from those mistakes. This perspective is the foundation of resilience. Losing money can be painful, but it's also an opportunity to learn. Each setback teaches valuable lessons about risk, decision-making, and self-control. These lessons are the building blocks of financial resilience. Everyone wishes they could undo a bad financial decision. While you can't turn back time, you can make choices that move you forward. Recovery is about progress, not perfection, and every step counts. Your worst financial mistake doesn't have to become your financial identity. You are more than your setbacks, and your future is shaped by how you respond. Resilience means refusing to let mistakes define you. The goal isn't to build a life where nothing goes wrong. Instead, it's to build a life strong enough to survive when things do go wrong. This strength comes from resilience, preparation, and the ability to adapt. Perhaps the greatest lesson money can teach us is that wealth isn't measured by how many times you fall, but by how many times you stand back up. This principle applies to every aspect of life, not just finances. Standing back up after a setback is the true measure of resilience. It's not about avoiding mistakes, but about enduring and recovering from them. This mindset is what leads to lasting success. History is filled with stories of merchants, businesses, and families who survived financial disasters. Their ability to recover and rebuild is what made them successful. These stories remind us that resilience is a timeless skill. Money has always been unpredictable. Markets change, economies shift, and personal circumstances can turn overnight. The key is not to avoid risk, but to prepare for it and recover when things go wrong. Avoiding failure isn't enough. The real difference is learning to recover. This approach builds confidence and teaches valuable lessons that last a lifetime. Just like the mountain climber with emergency gear, being prepared for financial setbacks can make all the difference. Preparation gives you the tools to survive storms and reach your goals. Emotional triggers often lead to poor financial decisions. Recognizing these triggers and learning to manage them is an important part of building resilience. Emotions can act as expensive financial advisors, pushing us toward choices that aren't in our best interest. Learning to pause and reflect before making decisions can save money and stress. When faced with financial trouble, the first step is to stop the bleeding. This means cutting unnecessary expenses and avoiding further debt. It's a simple but effective way to regain control. Facing reality without excuses is a powerful move. It allows you to see the situation clearly and make decisions based on facts, not feelings. This clarity is essential for recovery. Smart choices repeated over time are the secret to rebuilding fortunes. It's not about one big win, but about consistency and persistence. Every good decision counts. Most financial comebacks are quiet. There's no fanfare, just steady progress. This approach is sustainable and leads to lasting results. A good habit can repay a bad decision for decades. The long-term impact of positive behavior far outweighs the short-term pain of mistakes. The greatest investors, entrepreneurs, and savers all understand that endurance is more important than perfection. Their secret is persistence, not flawless decision-making. Everyone loses money at some point. It's a normal part of life, and it doesn't mean you're a failure. What matters is how you respond and what you do next. While you can't undo the past, you can shape your future. Every smart choice you make helps you recover and move forward. The journey is about progress, not perfection. The goal is to build a life strong enough to survive when things go wrong. This strength comes from resilience, preparation, and the ability to adapt. It's the foundation of lasting wealth. Wealth isn't measured by how many times you fall, but by how many times you stand back up. This principle is the ultimate lesson in financial resilience. Financial resilience is a skill anyone can learn. It's not about avoiding mistakes, but about enduring and recovering from them. With practice, anyone can build a strong financial foundation. In summary, every bad money decision starts with a small choice, but recovery is possible through resilience, endurance, and smart habits. The greatest lesson is that wealth is measured by how many times you stand back up, not by how many times you fall. Build your financial resilience and you'll be ready to survive and thrive no matter what comes your way.